Cryptocurrency has had an interesting history in NASCAR. This really dates back to 2014 when cryptocurrency was in its infancy of mainstream attention. Josh Wise's Dogecoin car swept the nation in 2014, and it actually gained a lot of traction. It looked like cryptocurrency sponsorship could and would have a viable future in NASCAR. However, this could not be further from the truth. Not only has cryptocurrency screwed over every average Joe who's put their faith in it, it's screwed over NASCAR drivers too. Today, we're going to look at some of the biggest scandals, heartbreaks, and controversies in NASCAR involving cryptocurrency. Right before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like if you enjoy. And if you keep finding yourself watching my videos and you are not subscribed, make sure you do so you never miss a video. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's start at the beginning. In early 2014, it was reported that up-and-coming driver Josh Wise was in need of financial support to run the full season. For context, Josh Wise ran the 2012 and 2013 seasons for Bob Jenkins with support mainly from MDS Transport. After departing with Bob's team, Wise joined Phil Parsons Racing for the 2014 campaign. Phil Parsons Racing ran most of its races prior to 2014 completely unsponsored. This was viable for the short term, but running a race team off of just race winnings is a losing business model. The story was the same for the team with Josh Wise in 2014. A sponsor here and there, but mostly running a bare car. When looking for a sponsor for the spring Talladega race, Wise got his $50,000 in an unexpected way. The NASCAR Reddit community identified the driver and connected with the Dogecoin community for help. If you don't know what Dogecoin is, it's the most popular example of a meme coin and one of the first. Essentially, it's a crypto coin that has next to no value, doesn't do anything, and people just buy in for fun or try to make a quick buck. Anyway, after the communities got together, they were able to raise $55,000 from 1,200 donors to sponsor Josh Wise's car at Talladega. So why would people donate money? Well, donors expected to donate some money to get the coin some mainstream attention, hoping to raise the value of the coin. The 98 Moon Rocket made its debut on May 4th en route to a season-best 20th place finish. A pretty happy story. Well, he'd get sponsorship from Doge for 2 other points-paying races and the All-Star race that season. After failing to qualify for the All-Star race, Josh Wise was voted into the All-Star race through a fan vote, with significant help from the Dogecoin community. It was a huge surprise to see Wise voted in over Danica Patrick from a NASCAR fan's perspective. This was pretty controversial because the fans that voted for Josh Wise were not necessarily NASCAR fans. A lot of them were just Redditors from the Dogecoin community. After this success, later the same year, rookie Alex Bowman tried to capitalize. He started a Bitcoin campaign entitled Bitcoin 23 to try to raise funding for the fall Atlanta race with an initial goal of $100,000. After a few weeks, the goal was then dropped to $25,000, but still failed to raise enough funding. So there were a couple of reasons why this probably didn't work out. Either as old news, it was Atlanta rather than Talladega, or the Bitcoin investors didn't see the vision like the Dogecoin community. Either way, the story made a bunch of headlines, but people were not willing to actually donate. Not much happened with crypto following this. Justin Boston was sponsored by BitPay for the opening Truck Series race at Talladega the following year. We saw some sponsorships creep up, like the blockchain terminal sponsoring Corey LaJoie. Then I had to really dig for this one, but Premium Motorsports announced a 4-race deal with crypto trading company Troptions for 4 races in 2018, but after the Truck Series race at Daytona, it didn't appear again. So it seems like the deal fell through, but I can't find out why. So this brings us to our next major story. Landon Castle. After having sponsorship issues for the first half of 2021 racing for JD Motorsports, Voyager, a trading platform, picked up Castle for the final 19 races of the season as the primary sponsor. This was a huge deal for the small team and underfunded driver. It was the first cryptocurrency company to be a primary sponsor full-time for a driver in NASCAR history. Voyager and Castle extended their sponsorship for the 2022 campaign when the pair went to Colleague Racing, a prime ride in the Xfinity series. Along with this, it was announced that Castle would be paid fully in cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, the Voyager token, StormX, and Avalanche. It's important to note that Castle was and still is an outspoken driver supporting crypto, NFTs, things like that, so it was a match made in heaven. That was until the sponsor filed for bankruptcy in the middle of 2022. It was during this time when the cryptocurrency hype was dying and the overall value of cryptocurrency had plummeted by $2 trillion in just 12 months. Despite this, the sponsor continued to support Castle through the end of the 2022 season. But just a month before the start of the 2023 season, Castle announced that he would not be returning to Colleague Racing because of a lack of sponsorships, meaning that Voyager had pulled out of their deal. Not only did Castle lose his ride, but his crypto salary that he received definitely lost a lot of value during this stretch. But in the midst of this controversy, another one was happening. Before the start of the 2022 season, Brandon Brown announced his new full-time sponsor, LGB Coin, or the Let's Go Brandon coin. So this was stupid on so many levels. Let's Go Brandon was obviously a viral mantra used after the infamous incident following his Talladega win. NASCAR was trying to distance themselves from the incident, and so was Brandon. He was having a hard time finding sponsorship because sponsors did not want to align themselves with him or the phrase that was attached to him. However, seemingly overnight, Brandon went from hiding from the phrase to fully embracing it. He claimed that he wanted to change the meaning from what it was to a Let's Go America type deal, but that was never going to happen. Soon after the announcement, NASCAR was just like, no, this is not happening, and shut it all down. It was over before it began. This also goes without mentioning that there was no way LGB Coin would be able to fulfill its promise of sponsoring a car full time. There was no way the hype for a meme coin would be able to raise enough money. As we can see, the value did not hold, and it is literally worthless today. To be fair to Brandon, this had to have been his only option to race a full season. There is no way he had a full season of sponsors lined up and was like, nah, I'm gonna go with LGB Coin. The company ended up suing NASCAR, alleging defamation for $5 million, saying NASCAR okayed the sponsor previously, and stating how the incident plummeted the price. It was just a big mess. A judge dismissed their initial complaint, then another one was filed, and it seems like nothing's happened. So this last one is an interesting one that I hadn't heard before. According to thefrontstretch.com, Parker Kligerman was slated for an RCR ride in the Xfinity Series for 2022. It was a rumor going around on Twitter as well. He was booted in favor of Austin Hill after a cryptocurrency sponsorship deal fell through at the last minute. It seems like one-off sponsorships have gone well, like Hex with JJ Yaley for a couple of starts in 2022, Everest Coin with Alex LeBay in late 2021, and same thing with Cure Token and Noah Gragson. It works out for the teams, they get their check and move on, but all of the tokens that have been involved in NASCAR have fallen over 90% in the last 18 months and are literally worthless. Every single crypto sponsorship has either been by a failing company, a worthless coin, or a complete scam. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. I know it's a little bit different than the type of videos I've been doing lately, but I still hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you want me to cover in an upcoming video, let me know down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.